It is a fine mist that rises gradually these lovely summer mornings to reveal the sweet village of Cooperstown, a place that might have been hatched by Booth Tarkington or Norman Rockwell. Even if it were not the enchanted seat of baseball's grandest myth and fancy, it would be special. It was the perfect marriage, baseball and Cooperstown. Here the generations are carefully weaned on the glory of the game and the adventures of those who are said to have been the glory of their times. And so what if some illusion is preserved as well, with all of it having to do with a mere game? You don't have to believe any of that if you don't want to. Carl Yastrzemski formally arrives Sunday, but some of his stuff has been here for some time. Relics of games played and records broken. It was clear well before the voting in January that he would end up here. Measured against the gaudy statistics featured at Cooperstown, Yastrzemski's numbers are modest. His lifetime .285 batting average will command no bragging rights there, nor will his power, which was mainly vested in but 3 seasons. As for his base running, we all well remember that he was no Ty Cobb. His was not a surpassing talent. He was a grinder, a survivor. He didn't mind risking injury, and few were better at the unpleasant business of playing hurt. Endurance was his thing. He came from a long line of tough farmers, and he brought that gritty mentality to the sport.
Still looking for number 3,000.
So the records piled up slowly, mainly becoming impressive by their sheer volume. The achieving of them was laborious, as veterans of the celebrated Yaz watch that attended his 3,000th hit will never forget.
There goes the ground ball, base hit, number 3,000, Yastrzemski's got it, and all hell breaks loose at Fenway Park.
It seemed to take him forever, but he got it. The entire melodrama was vintage Yastrzemski.
Finally.
The fact that it was really never very easy for him. I think that's what most impresses me about him.
Baseball scholars like Roger Angell invariably saw the Yastrzemski work ethic as special. It was his best feature. He fully understood that the game is work, that the best fail more than 2 out of 3 tries, that it only gets harder the more you do it, that the joy and glory of it is much overrated.
He seems like a haunted man. He always has seemed bedeviled by something and the demands he's made of himself above all. There are some records in baseball that are records of longevity that don't mean a lot to me because somebody just played out a string and got there. But all of Carl Yastrzemski's records, I think, are ones that he worked for, so when they arrived, they really meant something.
Yastrzemski's career ended nicely, but it wasn't so pretty at the start. Moody and immature, he was a study in those first years of how fame can be thrust upon someone too soon. It had a lot to do with having to step into the intimidating breach of Ted Williams.
Some of the veteran players on this team openly taunted him about the way, oh, you're the new Ted Williams, you're number 9, and it got to him.
His sophomoric feuds with early manager Johnny Pesky haunted him longer than was fair. The team then was dead.
We just had terrible ball clubs. We finished anywhere from 30 to 48 games out of first place. And I wasn't used to that.
Mercurial, deeply frustrated, he was toying with mediocrity. And then came 1967, which is where we'll resume tomorrow. This is Clark Booth reporting.